and this is Danny Makes, and today we're going to be making some Grandma Danny's cookies. So first, we need to get our ingredients, so let's do that right. Okay, so here are our ingredients.
In front of us now, we have maple syrup, baking soda, butter, chocolate chips, flour, vanilla extract, salt, and sugar.
Okay, so now we need to get our mixing bowls and our measuring cups. Okay, so now that we have our stuff, I just remembered we forgot about one egg. So let me get that. Okay, so here's the egg. And now we're actually going to move on to our first step, which is mixing half a cup of sugar and 3/4 cup sugar mixed with maple syrup. And then we're going to add that, we're going to mix it together, and then we're going to continue with the rest of it. Okay, so we have our sugar here, and we're going to put 3/4 of a cup of sugar into just like a small mixing bowl. And what this is going to do is this is going to play into brown sugar, because I found that the first time I made this, it's better to make your own brown sugar because it actually gives you more of a toffee flavor, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the maple syrup and I'm just going to put as much as I feel needed, because like, a little more, that should be good. So with all the suspicious looks that I'm getting, kind of a lot, but you know what, if there's too much, you can always just add a little bit more sugar. It's really free. You can do a lot of different variations of this. You could use molasses. You could just get regular brown sugar from the store. I don't know. It just depends on what you want to do. It's pretty customizable. You could add in like dark chocolate instead of regular chocolate. You could put like fancy chocolate. You could really do just whatever you want with it. As long as you feel it's good, then it should be good. So, I think that this is just about done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this into a large mixing bowl. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some sugar in here, just with the normal sugar, the brown sugar. So I'm going to put half a cup of just regular white sugar. I'm going to add this. And then I need to get my butter right here. I'm going to get a different bowl over here. And I'm actually going to melt this. And this should be melting for about 55 seconds or just until it's melted enough. It depends on what kind of microwave you have. It could really vary on kind of microwave you have. I don't even know what kind of microwave I have. Okay, so now that I have my butter, I'm just going to stick this into the microwave for 55 seconds. And while this is going, I'm going to put in 1 teaspoon of salt into just the normal mixture. And I don't know like how this works, but it just is. So while this is going, it's salted butter. It's just like a whole stick of butter. So yeah, while this is going, once this is done, we're gonna get back to you and then we can actually mix it together. So, okay, so now that my butter's melted, I'm gonna add it to the brown sugar mixture that I've created and the regular sugar and the salt. And you wanna mix this until it's just light and it's like a pasty kind of material, and it's like, just like it's no clumps in it. It's just nice, smooth. It might take a minute, but once you get it, you'll know, because it'll be like it won't be grainy, but it'll be like kind of more smooth. Okay, so you'll know that you're done with your mixture when it kind of looks like some sort of applesauce mixture. It's probably kind of gross to you, but you know what? It kind of works. So now we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. So here we go. And always make sure that when you're doing this, you do it over the mixing bowl, because if you don't and it spills all over the place, which I have done before, it's not good. So then you also want to add 1 egg. So there's our egg. And then we're going to whisk this into the other mixture until it's light and fluffy. Okay, so the main thing that you have to do with an egg is make sure that once you crack the egg, if you have any shell in it, that's fine, but you want to make sure that you get the shell out with a bigger piece of shell, okay? It could work if you use your fingers, but it's a lot harder, and it's not as easy to actually get out, and it's not as efficient. And you also want to make sure that as soon as you crack an egg, you want to make sure that you wash your hands thoroughly, so that way you don't get some sort of salmonella or disease, because nobody really wants some sort of disease when you're baking. Okay, so you'll know that when you're done with the mixture that you have right now in this bowl, when it kind of looks like a box, like yellow cake mix, and that kind of tells you that it's done. And if you lift up the whisk, it should be like little strands coming off and like little flows of it, and that's how you know that you're done. So once you're done with this, you want to add 1 1/4 cup flour and half a teaspoon of baking soda. So I am known for, yep, there it is, spilling flour all over the place. So yeah, so what you want to do is you want to get like a spoon, like the end of a spoon, the end of a knife, something to kind of just level off the flour a little bit so that it's a little bit better. Now you gotta add your 4th, then I'm, again, probably gonna make a massive mess here, but I'll clean it up later. So now you gotta add your baking soda. This is half a teaspoon. And now once you have this, you want to whisk it together a little bit, and then you want to fold it in with a spatula that is bendable, so that way you can really just get like a good incorporated mixture. Okay, so right now, as you can see, I just started mixing it, and looks like there's a lot of flour in here. It looks like it's gonna be too much flour, but you know what? Once you keep mixing it, it's actually gonna level out and it's gonna make a nice dough. Okay, so now that our mixture is done, we're going to be adding a full cup of chocolate chips. Now, I know this might seem like a lot, but you can customize it however you want. You could put 50% chocolate chips, 50% Reese's peanut butter cups. You could put dark chocolate, white chocolate. So you can basically put whatever kind of chocolate you want in here, but you really want to have that good, nice, gooey flavor of that chocolate. Okay, so I mixed and folded in the chocolate chips. So now this needs to go into the fridge for half an hour or longer. Okay, so now that we have our cookie dough, it's looking really good. It's been in there for about a half an hour. I'm going to take my big scoop. It's just an ice cream scoop. You can use a small one too, but I prefer to make bigger cookies because they taste a lot better, and it has more of, it's thicker, and it's just like, I don't really know how to explain it, but it just doesn't fall apart as easily when you're trying to eat it. So once I'm done with this, the oven is already being preheated to 350, and once that's done, for the bigger cookies, it's gonna go in for about 18 minutes. For the smaller cookies, it's gonna be about 12 to 15 minutes. Okay, so now that my cookies are done and they're all rolled out, I'm gonna put them into the oven, and these are going to go in here. Because they're bigger cookies, they're gonna go in here for about 18 minutes, and when they're done, I'm gonna show you how good they look, but you have to make sure that the cookies are cooled fully before you actually eat them, or like try and scoop them out of the tray, because you don't want them to fall apart. Okay, so right now my cookies are done. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cancel or turn off the oven because I know that they're done. Now if I can open these up, look at that. Yeah, I'm gonna get a close up on that once I put my other mitt on so I don't hurt myself. I mean, it's kind of amazing. So what you want to do is let them cool and then get a spatula of some kind. I'm just using this spatula for right now, But once it's done and it's cooled, you want to split them apart if they're connected, and then slide them right up and put them on a plate, or in this case, we have a wonderful cookie dish bake thing. I don't know what it's called, but yeah, that'll conclude it. So thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, do whatever the heck that thing